Welcome to the Trailblazers video series. In this episode, I'm going to share with you how to 100x, even 1000x your impact. And I know as coaches, we are so value driven, and the concepts of impact and legacy are really dear to our heart. We are the Trailblazers, we are award-winning coach educators, and we are on a mission to build a vibrant coaching education community. My name is Linda McLoughlin. I'm a global master coach and an award-winning coach educator. I've been a coach educator for the past 12 years, and I think in that time I've had the honor to train over 600 professional coaches and over 1,400 leaders and managers in coaching skills. And in that time, I have reflected on what it takes to be an effective coach educator. And I have developed this model from my own experience, and I'm really happy to share it with you today. At the heart of it is impact. How do we perhaps move the dial from impacting one person? And it's always a great honor to impact one person's life, but how do we move that needle up to the team level, the organizational level, and even societal level? There are 4 key mindsets that a coaching educator needs to embody: the whisperer, the educator, the strategist, and the pioneer. And these pieces fit together when aligned perfectly like the jigsaw in front of you. And this magic, this alignment is what really gives you that 100x, 1000x impact. So let's jump into the model. The first mindset is that of the whisperer. And, the whisperer is someone who gently guides, gently influences, gently persuades others. And we are ambassadors for our coaching profession. We have to attract and draw people into coaching and understanding the power of coaching. We need to embody a coaching mindset and be that role model for others. I can give you an example. By being a whisperer, we have the power not just to have impact directly on the people we educate or train, but on those people that they go on to coach others and in turn to educate and train others. I know, for instance, that 2 of my alums have set up their own coaching schools. So that makes me smile because I realize my impact on them and their impact through their great work on all the other students and alums. So this is really expanding my reach way beyond what I ever could have imagined. Similarly, I have an alum who is based in Oman in the Middle East, and he currently is advising the Oman government how to build a coaching culture throughout all aspects of government as part of their new vision for the country 2030. And Oman is a country of 4 million people. Can you imagine the impact that that's going to have? And I can look back and say, I had a small part in that, insofar as I was the first exposure to coaching that gentleman had. The second hat or mindset we need to wear is that of the educator. And, most of us come into coach education having been successful, seasoned coaches. We have a wealth of knowledge to share. However, we have to think about how we share it, how we structure the knowledge, how we transfer the skills too. And I think we need to be very, very aware of adult education principles. And we have to really design and deliver our programs aligned with those principles. So for instance, we know adults enjoy and benefit from self-directed learning. They like learning that is practical, that is based on real life, that can apply in some way to their own experience. And often we have mature students who have extensive experience. And also we know that adult learners enjoy social learning. So again, we have to create many sort of moments of group learning. And we have to manage the group dynamic in a way that there is high levels of psychological safety within the group to really support all that learning. So I would say, as we move into the educator role, think about how do I understand and how do I apply adult learning? What's a great help actually is the ICF just recently published a competency framework for coach educators, and they have highlighted 7 core competencies. And I think this is a very useful tool in terms of benchmarking ourselves, in terms of perhaps where our growth or development needs are. And we will include this framework in our worksheet that will be available at the end of the video. The second hat, I think, to wear, or I should say the third hat, is that of the strategist. And what we know is that 67% of professional coaches worldwide, according to ICF research, are working in the business corporate space. The second figure we have from other research is that 72% of HRDs recognize the very close link between coaching and employee engagement. Now, this gives us a wonderful opportunity to really increase impact, because we know companies want to find solutions to performance issues, engagement challenges, talent retention, talent attraction. And it is our job to figure out what kind of coach education, coach training can we offer organizations to help them solve these issues. So we need to bring a systemic lens to our clients. What is the context, the ecosystem they're in, and where can coaching and coach education fit and enhance that? I think it's also obvious that most companies want to democratize coaching, and therefore they're looking for ways of scaling coaching and the impact of coaching in organizations. So often you might be asked to develop a cadre of internal coaches that can provide that. But similarly, a lot of the work I'm doing is around skilling up leaders and managers and other technical people, even individual contributors, in terms of how can they leverage coaching skills to have a better impact in their work. So again, just think through all those possibilities and how you can really ramp up your impact through those levels of initiatives. The last mindset is that of the pioneer, and that one really invites us to be bold, to be courageous, to go where no man or woman or coach has been before, and to find new markets for coach education, perhaps develop new products in coach education, and also to experiment and innovate with delivery methods. I mean, artificial intelligence is out there to help us. We all have been in the digital learning space for a while now. Self-directed, self-paced learning. These are all new modalities that we can pioneer. And I share my own experience. I moved to the Middle East from Ireland 14 years ago. And initially I was working at an American university here, and I was the only coach on campus. And I quickly saw a great opportunity to train other members of faculty and staff, student support staff, in coaching skills. And it had never occurred to me before to be a coach educator, but I just saw the hunger and the need for that, got the support of my dean, and voila, developed an ICF-approved program. And we were the first business school in the Middle East to offer ICF accredited training. And we went on not just to train up and skill up the faculty, but also executives in the region, senior executives, as part of the executive education offering at the business school. So again, this is a legacy moment for me, and similar opportunities are open to us all. It's about looking around, keeping your eyes open, seeing where there's an opportunity to make that impact, and then taking the leap. So, here we have a beautiful drop of water and how it ripples out. And when we think of the role of coach educator, it is such an amazing profession for us, and the absolute, limitless, infinite numbers of ways we can impact the world around us and the organizations we work in and the individuals we serve. And just to conclude, let me end up with this lovely quote from one of my favorite leaders, Nelson Mandela. And I think education gives us the power to be change makers and transformers.